always had the style to pop. 100 on my fist and 100 on my watch.
Yo, what's going on with you freaking New Zealand armadillos? Polynesian sea turtles? Are y'all thriving? Are y'all surviving? Y'all doing good on this Tuesday night? How's everybody? Thanks for tapping in with VinnyVin. Episode 17. It's April 21st, 2026. And honestly, I'm feeling a little stressed out right now. Just a little bit. Usually I have something uploaded on YouTube already by Monday. Monday morning, Monday afternoonish. And it's Tuesday, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go ahead and put this pod out. And I'm not gonna make any type of excuses for me of why it's taking so long. I'm gonna just be 100% with you. I think my brain was out of commission over this weekend. I went to Vegas this weekend, had a good time, barely had any sleep. Again, not here to make excuses, but I really think my brain barely started working again, So I wanted to get the pod out because it's an exciting one. I wanted to share with you my experience on what I did in Vegas. It was actually my first time as a grown-up going to Vegas, so the experience was definitely different. And I was pumped up. I'm still freaking pumped up. I still want to be in Vegas right now. Yeah, the fact that I had to come back to work, I'm like, I'm having withdrawals. I want to rip 15 Trulies and drink a pint of UV because I was in Vegas with it. I only gambled like 5 times, and I think I came back with a problem. I'll put 80 on an Asian guy to win a shoe tying contest or a staring eye contest or whatever. I'll bet on anything. I'll freaking bet my left testicle for a chicken sandwich over there at Crack Shack. That place was pretty good. If you haven't been there, it's in Vegas. It's really good. It's on the Strip. And they make freaking chicken sandwiches. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, man, I'm here on a Tuesday night and just kind of recapping Vegas. It was really fun. It was a quick turnaround for me too. My friend invited me last minute to Vegas. He legally can't drive right now, so he needed a ride there because he has a bowling tournament. He's in a league, and he needed to make it to Vegas, right? So he asked me, "Hey Vince, can you take me and I'll supply you with the room. You can hang out with us in Vegas." I'm like, "Yeah, man, sounds like a fair trade to me. I'll freaking transport you." So I transport him past freaking state lines. And again, this is my first time in Vegas as an adult. I done went to Nevada, which I thought was Vegas. I thought all of Nevada was Vegas. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with Nevadans or Nevadians or whatever, but Vegas is all I know. So when I was a kid, my dad took me to this spot called Buffalo Bills or whatever, Buffalo Trills. It's like a casino or whatever right there on State Line when I was a youngster. So I didn't know much about Vegas other than that. And when I'm showing up, my friend's like, "Nah, bro, we got like another 40 minutes. This is only State Line." I was like, "Oh, what?" But I was excited about this trip because I've only seen Vegas like on movies, Hangover, obviously. This movie's not in Vegas, but Wolf of Wall Street, everybody's just partying. I assume that's what Vegas was like. And sure enough, that is what it's like. I pull up, it's probably Friday night, 7 p.m. I'm like, "Oh, bro, it's still kind of early, but we're getting here at prime time." And I'm like, "Man, this ain't early, bro. It's a party no matter what time you show up in Vegas. People freaking already drinking by 9 a.m. Drinking with eggs or whatever. Instead of bacon and eggs, it's freaking drinking with eggs or whatever. Hash browns and drinking, egg Benedicts with some stripper tits or whatever. French toast and cocaine, Instead of cinnamon powder or sugar on top, it's just freaking fentanyl. That's the kind of shit that's going on in Vegas. And surprisingly, it wasn't actually that. I thought it was. I'm so used to California and living in Los Angeles for a little bit I thought it was gonna be pretty trashy, you know. I thought it was gonna be ghetto, but it was actually really clean and it was pretty nice actually. I got to embrace everything about the city. Walked the strip. I walked every freaking quarter inch, every quarter mile, every freaking square root of it. I went everywhere on the strip. There was no off limits for me. I was there. I was in Vegas with it. And that's kind of the vibe that was going on, you know. But yeah, I showed my friend. I didn't know what to expect. But we meet up with his team. And they're already there partying. So I had to catch up. I had to get implemented with the city. Because everybody else was on 10, I had to catch up. And I'm more of a sprinter, you know. I'll take off the gates like a freaking Jaguar. You know what I'm saying? I'll just accelerate to a vibe. So I was there, and you know, it was cool. We got to walk the strip. It was a big squad of us, and I'm over here like kind of geeking out. You're seeing freaking drunk people just, you know, hugging on each other, giving each other dap. You know, people freaking throwing up on each other, and then after that, wiping it off each other. And it wasn't a big deal. You'll see strangers freaking walk up, put a little bump on some random guy's shoulder, and freaking do a bump off his shoulder. And the other guy don't even know. He's over here shopping at a grocery store, at an ABC store, or whatever. That's that kind of stuff that was going down in Vegas. All different types of art, you know, all different types of street performers that I can remember. People doing magic. I never seen so many magicians in my life. You know, people just hey, pull this out of a sock or whatever. See what it is. You reach in there and it's you inherited his debt or whatever. And you're like, oh fuck, that's not a cool trick. You know, people over here just doing stuff that's like, I seen one guy, he was just counting to 1,000 and people were giving him money for it. I didn't even know what he was trying to accomplish. He was just counting forever. Some other dude, he's over here trying to, you know, teach you how to work out. He's over here jump roping and shit like that. You got like 15 drunk Elvises in a row. And all of them look, you know, mentally retarded or whatever. You're seeing all different types of people in Vegas. You see these girls who over here, they're dressed like flamingos. And they want to come over here and give you a hug and take a picture with you. So at first I was like, damn, I must be popping out here. I must be him. But no, that's just how they make their money. You know, that's their version of OnlyFans. You know, they go walk up and try to make you a fan of their outfit to take a picture with you, and then they charge you for it. And I done took too many pictures. You know, I can never turn down a beautiful woman. If she wants to take a picture of me, I'ma let her, you know. And I didn't know what the price of all that was, so I kind of just went ahead and I was like, you know, I'll pay for it. I'll pay double if I need to, you know, for the experience, first time doing it. So that was pretty fun. One thing about Vegas that's pretty cool is they got freaking open containers, so you can walk outside of your hotel mid-drink, nobody tripping on you. You can take that drink into a freaking a Wells Fargo, you know, pull out some money for the slots, drinking a Fat Tuesday, nobody's tripping on you. And then after that, you can be in a freaking lobby waiting on some lab results, freaking drinking a Buzz Ball. And you don't even care that you got type 2 diabetes as a result. It is what it is because you over here just in Vegas with it. And nobody going to tell you nothing on where you can drink and where you can't, you know. So that was kind of cool. People over here just gambling in random sports. It don't matter what it is. People are just gambling on it. You'll see somebody just freaking gamble on, I bet you I can count to 10 faster than you. You know, people doing shit like that. People betting like, I bet you, you know, that girl's gonna fall down the stairs first or whatever. People putting money on that. And there's slots everywhere you go. It doesn't matter what part of Vegas you're at. There's a slot machine there. You pull up to a gas station, you need to pump some gas, and you could put 5 on pump 2, and then you could put 5 on the slot in hopes that you get 60 out of it to give you a full tank. That's pretty cool. I think we should do that over here in California. To make up for all this gas prices that we're using right now. So That's kind of cool. But what else was going on in Vegas? I seen all different types of food spots, fooderies, and it was definitely a nice vibe. I went to this spot called the Crack Shack. It's a freaking chicken sandwich spot. They make some good chicken sandwiches. Um, freaking Guy Fieri got a freaking restaurant out there. Gordon Ramsay. You know, Gordon Ramsay serving up these steak dinners and that freaking roasted butt. You know what I'm saying? That freaking little roasted, toasted butt. Giving it to you in 4 ounces or whatever. I was like, for sure, I'll pay for that. You walk in that night and you go into every different hotel. All these hotels got a different theme to them. There's New York, right? You walk in there and there's somebody from New York with it. They're like, hey, you breaking me balls. I'm over here. Hey, I'm crossing here, whatever. People over there at the pyramid spot dressed up as Mia Khalifa or whatever. Danica Patra. All different type of Egyptians walking around there is what I'm saying. And the theme of it is all cool, right? You go to Paris, there's some French guy giving you a baguette, you know, asking you if you want some tea and a crumpet or whatever. So that was kind of cool. I like that part. You know, people doing slots everywhere. Don't matter where they're at. You'll see somebody, you know, at a freaking Planned Parenthood playing slots trying to win that abortion money so that it doesn't have to come out their pocket. You know, shit like that in Vegas. And it's cool, bro. You walk around and you just have this vibe of like, I'm going to win big. Luck is in the air. That's how you feel every time. Because you over here just, you never know when you're going to hit the jackpot. So many people walking around, you never know. It might be you. It might be your turn to hit the jackpot. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, we went out there for my friend's bowling tournament, right? And it was pretty fun. I don't know how these people were bowling. I mean, Friday night was pretty trash. They were playing on Saturday morning. I was like, bro, I don't know how you can bowl right now. You know, I can barely walk. You know, how are you freaking bowling? But I was surprised on how good my friend's team was, because he would always tell me, hey, we're going bowling. You want to go? And I'm always like, nah, bro, bowling? Are you serious? That's kind of lame. But nah, man, these dudes are freaking throwing strikes, bro. And I would always say it's lame because I suck at it. You know, I always gutter. Last time I went bowling, I got kind of embarrassed. I took a date with me, and she was a older woman, well off. You know, she had a good career. And I was trying to just impress her too much, right? So I was trying to freaking bowl my hardest. And it's like every time I bowled, it was a straight gutter ball. So after that, I was like, man, F this sport. This sport is whack or whatever. And after that, I just never got into it. But my friend's team, they were freaking bowling pretty good. And actually, shout out to Bones. He won first place and walked out of that tournament with $850. I was like, damn, bro done came up. We partying on his money or whatever. Because I'm in Vegas with it. Let's have a good time. And that was pretty fun. There was other stuff going on, a bunch of shows out there. Obviously, Vegas is the capital of entertainment. You'll see people freaking putting on a show about anything. Freaking people were out there standing in line at the Sphere for the Wizard of Oz. There was the Dr. Oz. Ozzy Osbourne reincarnated as Professor Oz or whatever. So people watching shows at the Sphere everywhere. Really, there's freaking blue people creeping out, little kids and shit like that. I didn't get the chance to go watch any shows. I was too busy being intoxicated, trying to, gather my footage. I'm trying to, walk right or whatever. So that was kind of cool. And in the time that I went, right, it was WrestleMania. I didn't know too much about wrestling. I wasn't keeping up, but I went ahead and participated. You know, I got this freaking shirt to show them that I'm down with the vibes of WrestleMania. A lot of Samoan wrestlers out there. A lot of people with Nacho Libre mask on. People rocking that Autism 316 for Self-Awareness Month, and it was a cool vibe. I didn't know people were that into wrestling still. I thought it was like one of those old school things, but no, it's thriving. So I wanted to show my friends I was down. I freaking choke slammed somebody through a freaking roulette table just because it was wrestling, bro. And I'm in Vegas with it. So, had to get implemented. Um, all different types of things were going on. I done went away on my own little excursion, right? Sometimes when I get drunk, I like to be like, I can't let you close. I need to get isolated and figure out my own thing. I need to explore. So I was over here exploring Vegas. People weren't knowing where I was. I didn't have a phone. It's like my own hangover episode, which isn't the best idea. I don't recommend anybody do that because I've never been to Vegas, and now that I'm reflecting, this is Vince reflecting, using his time for reflection, and I probably wouldn't do that again because I didn't know where I was. It was dark, and some freaking limo pulls up on me, and they're like, "Hey," I thought they were concerned about me. They're like, "Hey, man. We see you walking like you have freaking, some type of deformity, like you got one long leg, one short leg, or if you got some type of, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Like you got some type of, deformity." And they offered me a ride. They're like, "We'll take you somewhere so you don't got to struggle walking, cause you walking like you got too much rhythm in your step or whatever." And I'm like, all right, cool. So I hop in the back of a limo, and they got some shots of I don't know what it is. It's like in this little shot glass though, and they're like, "Go ahead and help yourself." So all right, bet, boom. I love a free offer, a free limo ride too, man. I'm down. I like to be treated like a king, so I'm thinking they're over here chauffeuring to me. And it's a woman, but now that I think about it, I probably could have been sex trafficking. I could have been, sent away to freaking Kuwait or something like that. But it's all right because everything worked out fine. I'm okay. I was just in Vegas with it. So sometimes you got to do some stuff like that. So they take me over to somewhere. They're like, "Where are you trying to go?" I'm like, "I'm trying to go wherever the women are at. So go ahead and take me there." And I pull up to this building. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's some type of strip club or whatever. And I was just so drunk. I was like, you know what? Not today, ladies. I'm a little too mixed up right now. I'm more mixed than than DJ Quick. I was like quick to exit that building though. And the person who drove me was kind of upset about it. Like, "Bro, I just brought you here and you're leaving." And I just started kind of freaking out a little bit. I was, just starting to get paranoid of the whole situation. And, I was like almost like if I was bugging a little bit, like if I was on spice or whatever. Like if I was like I felt like I was more spiced up than, Colonel Sanders before the famous recipe. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, man, everything worked out fine. I was okay. I ended up finding my way home. I don't know how, but I did. And I like I said, I walked every freaking square foot of Vegas. I show up, right? It's freaking Saturday, and we pick up right where we left off. I only slept a couple hours, and I'm back to it. And it was cool because we went out to go at a cigar lounge. I don't even smoke like that, but I was like, I will today because I'm in Vegas with it, Got to having a good time. I'm over here walking the strip, and you're looking at all these different hotels. People talk down about getting married in Vegas, but I think it's a nice spot. A lot of these spots have nice venues. They got nice buildings. They got nicer buildings than I probably ever seen. So people talk down on it, but to me, I might have to talk my future wife into getting married in Vegas. If she don't like it, I'm gonna be like, "Come find me then," or whatever. It was cool though. What else did I do? I'm trying to think what else I did. But yeah, man, I think I was just really tripping out on how you can walk around anywhere with an open container and no one trips on you. People taking their kids to the strip, which was kind of crazy, right? Like regular parents taking their kids to the strip And they over here walking up and down, seeing people, gambling and drinking at a super young age. I'm like, man, that can't be good for their mental. This is kind of bad parenting. But that's probably what they do in Vegas. That's just like their average stroll in the park, or that's their average strip mall day. Because that's really what the strip is. It's just it's like a mall, but like with casinos. Because you could just buy stuff at the store. You could go shopping. They got everything that a regular outlet would have. So, which is kind of cool. I thought that would be pretty dope if they had that out here. At the end of it, I was like, man, I only see nothing but pros out here. I might as well just relocate. Is what I was telling my friend. I might just stay out here, bro. But I was like, nah, I know myself too good. I might find myself in some trouble out here, so probably not. But I will revisit. And if you haven't been, I suggest you go. It's a good time. Take some of your friends and go try things out. Slot machines everywhere, man. It don't matter. You can freaking go into you can go into City Hall and they probably see the judge right there freaking gambling. While he's listening to your hearing, he's probably over there on his freaking sports app, gambling. They'll freaking put a slot machine in somebody's ass crack if they ain't paying attention, just so somebody can go gamble. They're trying to get you in every way to gamble is what I'm saying. But yeah, man, so that was pretty fun. Got to experience that. And they do their best to kind of hypnotize you to stay at a freaking slot machine. All different types of lights just going on, where you're starting to kind of like spaz out, like you're starting to get Tourette's a little bit. You see freaking like you feel like a moth about to catch on fire or whatever, because if you look at the sphere, it's really like just a big ass light bulb, feel like moth run shit like that. So they get you hypnotized into playing a slot. And then I was wondering, I wonder what the natives or the people who live in Vegas, what do they think about the strip? What do they think about this tourist attraction? And I was like, I wonder if a lot of people out there just have, gambling issues, if that's a hereditary thing, if you live in Nevada. Or if they just have a, alcohol DUI problem out there. Because you can't help yourself. You need to drive. I mean, unless you're, at the strip. But everything else is just the desert, bro. You need to drive. But it's open container, so it's tough, And every billboard they put is like, hey, go get you a shot on me or whatever, $2 shot and a free buffet, I mean, who's turning that down? I'm not, I might go for seconds. What else was going on? People over here, just wasn't too many people arguing. I thought there was going to be a lot more fights because, when there's drunk people start pushing and shoving, but it was pretty cool. Everybody was peaceful, having a good time, enjoying themselves. I don't see anybody working, the only people working are the people serving, food or alcohol. And I was kind of like, how do you get stuff done out here when every day's a party? There's not even freaking errands being ran. If you got an errand, if you need more deodorant in your house or you just ran out of freaking grapes, you might never have deodorant and grapes again because you ain't going to run an errand. People ain't working. Escalators ain't working. A lot of escalators ain't working on the freaking strip. Even they need the day off or whatever. Or even they need to go ahead and drink a Four Loko. So that was my experience in Vegas. I definitely will recommend that you go and have a good time yourselves. Be safe. Try something new I don't know, freaking roll some dice in the alleyway. Just be safe about it. People over here just, sitting in front of TVs all day is kind of crazy. I wonder if there's any type of consequence to just looking at a slot machine for 5 hours at a time. I want to see the case study on that. Saw a lot of short people there, and I'm not talking short just short men. I'm talking about, people who are legally midgets, people who have legal handicap freaking plaques because of their height is what I'm saying. And it made me happy to bump into them. It made me happy to see them, because when I bumped into them, I didn't see them at first, and then I seen them. I was like, oh, shit, what's going on? It was cool to see them, though. It looked like they were getting their party on. I wanted to ask them a question, like, how many drinks are you allowed to drink, before you start getting, before you start getting too drunk or whatever. Or what kind of drink does a legal short person actually drink at a time? I was really happy to see them there. I was actually, hyped up. I was like, man, this is awesome. And I was thinking, like, I wonder how long it takes them for them to go from one hotel to the other. That must take all day. Because Vegas is actually spread out. Everything looks really close, but one thing you'll learn is like something that seems like it's right there is actually a lot further. It is right there, but you got to go like through tunnels and valleys and freaking all different types of side quests just to get there. So I was like, man, I wonder how long it takes them, or if they just dedicate one, hotel, casino as their playground for the weekend, So that was kind of cool. There was a convention center, all different types of stuff going on, activities. I think Google was having a big event over there, so that was kind of cool. They're obviously discriminating towards me and my friends, like, you guys can't come in here. I was like, why not? They're like, because you don't belong. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, this is for Google execs. I was like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. So we done went out of there. There was aquariums, even the fish were drunk, even the fish were swimming in straight vodka. People over here freaking swimming through, beer cans and shit like that. And that's why we got mercury in fish. So that was kind of cool. They didn't have a zoo. I thought they might have a zoo at that point. I was like, damn, they got everything here. But no, they just have, some women dressed up as flamingos. God. Fuck, man, I love those. All different types of people from all over the world are there, right? Because it's like a tourist attraction. I was able to see the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty in one day, so I like to tell people I'm well-traveled. I was able to go to Paris, New York, and Egypt in one day. That's pretty sick, if you ask me. Castle or Castle Plaza or whatever, Plaza or whatever. They got that big old lake front where they do like a water show. That was kind of cool. People gambling in the middle of the water, because there's a little slot machine right there. Yeah, man, and they make sure that you got everything you need in just that little area. So that was pretty fun. I would recommend checking it out for yourself. I'm planning to go back. I want to go ahead and try it out. I just got to pick a day when it makes sense. Maybe like once every 6 months or something, I go out there. It was crazy walking the strip, though, because I'm a big Tupac fan. I was like, damn, that's crazy. This is where Tupac got pieced up, man. R.P. Pac or whatever. It's crazy that somebody can get shot up right there. Like, it's a busy street. If you go on it, it is a wide intersection too, so that's kind of crazy. What else was going on? People passing out pornography cards. They're giving you those freaking Pokemon cards, Digimon cards, and freaking titty cards, giving you people to call or whatever. And I was like, I don't know about that one. That one seems a little sketch. Like, you might not, make it out of that room alive or whatever. What else was going on? Kids just freaking having a good time with their families. A lot of people just having a good time. That's what Vegas was for me, because I was having a good time. So maybe that's all I saw was another good time. But yeah, man, you'll see somebody at a freaking table playing cards freaking on the phone like this for like 4 hours. You're like, damn, who's he on the phone with? But he's probably talking to his freaking bank teller, trying to move assets around to pay off his debt, right? Because he's losing bad in the freaking in the 21. You know, playing Texas Hold'em, you can't ever fold them. You know, you got to double down and bet big, all in type thing. Vegas with it. But yeah, man, that was my experience. Wanted to get this pod out to you. Appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. To my fans who have been very supportive, appreciate you guys. We should do something like this as a team, you know? Assemble something where we just go ahead and do some crazy shit. But yeah, man, it's been real. It's Tuesday. I'm going to cut this one a little short. That way I can have it uploaded by today. What's new with me? A lot of stuff's going on in my life, in the background, right? Moving parts. So I'm excited about that. We still got a lot of the year left to get after it and be legendary. So I'm happy about that as well. Get to wake up every day and do what I say I'm going to do. You know, that's my mission, is to be great. So, you know, I appreciate that support that people have been giving into me when I don't feel great. So thank you. And what else? I'm going to be at Back to the Grind on Thursday. It's a stand-up little comedy club, but it's not really a comedy club. It's actually just a cafe. They just had their 40th anniversary actually not too long ago. So it's a cafe, but when you walk in to the back, there's some downstairs area. You go downstairs, what looks like Narnia, it's all dark and shit, and then you open these curtains and it's like a little platform where open mic comics go up there to like say some jokes or whatever. So I'm going to be there Thursday. Starts at 7. If you guys want to check me out over there and have a good time, we could do that. But yeah, man, that's all that's really going on with me. Again, want to say thanks for tapping in with VinnyVin. It's been real, and can't wait to share another story with you guys. Deuce.
Let's just dance in slow-mo till we can't dance no more. Let's just dance in slow-mo till we can't dance no more. Let's just dance in slow-mo. I can feel your heart, I can feel your soul. Let's just dance in slow-mo.